Hey there, it's CJ Willie, and I'm cracking a pack. Today is pack number 8, my Magic the Gathering Gatecrash Fat Pack. Once again, I am doing Fat Pack Bingo. So check out the preview video of my Gatecrash Fat Pack. I've added the link to the preview video in the description below. So we are very close to getting Bingo. In pack number 2, we got Skullcrack, which helped us mark the free space. And then in pack number 5, we got Obsidet, which met the legendary guild member Bingo Square. So to get Bingo, I just need one of the 5 rare primordials. There's a primordial in each color: white, blue, black, red, and green. And then I can also get Bingo if I can get any one of the 5 shock lands. So if I can pull a Breeding Pool, Godless Shrine, Sacred Foundry, Stomping Grounds, or Watery Grave, and I've even left myself an out if I can get a Thespian Stage, then I've got 2 different shots for Bingo. All right, let's get to cracking pack number 8 and get Bingo. So as usual, when I crack this pack, it will be from a very casual Magic the Gathering player point of view. No Pro Tour grinder or Friday Night Magic grinder. It's just going to be based upon kitchen table magic. All right, first card we have is Cloudfin Raptor, single blue mana, bird mutant at 0/1. It has flying and evolve. I've used this in plenty of decks. I currently feature in a deck where it's a blue-green beater deck, creatures with large power and toughness. It's easy for me to get Cloudfin Raptor to evolve, have it be a 3/4 flyer, and there are a couple of times where I've had it as a 4/5 flyer. All right, next card is Predator's Rapport. 3 mana, 2 and a green, instant. Choose target creature you control. You gain life equal to that creature's power plus its toughness. Most games this could be a 6-point swing, maybe an 8-point swing. It's not a card that I'm super excited to play. Next up we have Contaminated Ground. 2 mana, 1 and a black, enchantment aura, enchant land. Enchanted land is a swamp. Whenever enchanted land becomes tapped, its controller loses 2 life. This is a pretty cool card. I've used it in a few different decks in the past, mainly as a mana hoser. Turning their land into a swamp is kind of a funny trick. Next up we have Scorchwalker. So 4 mana, 3 and a red, elemental at 5/1. It has Blood Rush. For 1 generic mana and 2 red, you can discard Scorchwalker. Target attacking creature gets +5/+1 until end of turn. So kind of a little bit of a ball lightning without trample, but it does have the surprise Blood Rush mechanic if you needed it in a pinch. Paranoid Delusions, 1 blue, 1 black, sorcery. Target player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Cipher. I've tried this card in the past in a blue-black deck. With the Cipher ability, you really need to have creatures, and most of my really good mill decks don't feature any creatures. The blue-black mill deck in Gatecrash Limited was a pretty fun deck to play. Next up we have Wojek Halberdiers. 1 red, 1 white, human soldier at 3/2, has battalion. Whenever Wojek Halberdiers and at least 2 other creatures attack, Wojek Halberdiers gains first strike until end of turn. Fantastic common, probably one of the best commons in this set. In Boros, Wojek Halberdier did a lot of work. The whole goal in Boros and Gatecrash and many other recent sets has been play a lot of creatures, turn them sideways, be aggressive. Wojek Halberdiers fits right into that strategy. Next up we have Horror of the Dim. 5 mana, 4 and a black. It's a horror at 3/4. You can pay a single blue mana. Horror of the Dim gains hexproof until end of turn. 5 mana, 3/4, okay. Paying a single blue mana to give it hexproof is okay as well, but it's not a card really to play in any constructed deck. Shielded Passage, single white mana, instant, prevent all damage that would be dealt to target creature this turn. Shielded Passage is a card that shouldn't be played in Limited, although I may have played it if I had a couple of really cool bombs and I wanted to save them. Still not a card that I'm excited about. Razor Tip Whip. 2 generic mana, artifact for 1 generic, and tap it. Razor Tip Whip deals 1 damage to target opponent. 3 mana, 1 damage, and then pinging the rest of the way for a single mana. No, this is not a card I'm interested in. Furious Resistance, 1 red, instant. Target blocking creature gets +3/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. This is a cool card on defense. In red, you're being more aggressive. This seems like a very awkward card for red, and I don't think I would play it in any of my current decks. Our first uncommon is Aetherize, 4 mana, 3 and a blue. It's an instant. Return all attacking creatures to their owner's hand. I like Aetherize. It's a really cool defensive trick. In blue decks, I've played it where if I'm playing against a very heavy creature deck, I'll let them all swing in, I'll play Aetherize and bounce all their cards back to their hand. Aetherize has a lot of utility in a controlling blue deck, and that's where I would feature it. Urban Evolution, 5 mana, 3 generic, 1 green, 1 blue, sorcery. Draw 3 cards. You may play an additional land this turn. I like Urban Evolution. There's been a couple of decks that I've tried to play it in. I think it fits more in a limited environment or in Cube. I've seen it played quite a bit in Cube. It's a great card if you can take the shields down, play it on your turn, draw some cards, put another land onto the battlefield. There's a current card in Standard, Growth Spiral, that reminds me a lot of Urban Evolution, in that you can draw a card and play an additional land card at instant speed, which has kind of made it a little bit more of a powerful card. Crown Ceratok, 4 mana, 3 and a green. It's a Rhino at 4/3. It has Trample. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has Trample. I think this is a pretty cool card in green, white, and green-red will put counters on creatures. And having a counter on another creature with this on the board is going to get through a lot of damage. I think Crown Ceratok is a pretty good green creature, and in certain decks, like in a Hardened Scales deck, Crown Ceratok is going to do a lot of work. Okay, for our rare and mythic rare, will we get bingo today? I am hoping for one of the Shocklands or one of the Primordials. Yes, we've got bingo. Watery Grave. Land, it's an island swamp. As Watery Grave enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 life. If you don't, Watery Grave enters the battlefield tapped. Blue-black is one of the combinations I really like to play. I currently have 3 copies of Watery Graves, 1 in Gatecrash and 2 in Guilds of Ravnica. I'm playing all 3 of them in a deck, and by pulling this card, I'll have a play set. And then Island and an ad card. So out of this pack, my favorite card or best card out of the pack is going to be between Crown Ceratok or Aetherize. And in a previous pack, Aetherize lost out to Frontline Medic. This time around, I'm going to go with Aetherize. It's really surprising when my opponent taps all their creatures sideways or goes in for the kill, and I'm able to play Aetherize and bounce all the creatures back to their hand. Aetherize is one of my favorite sneaky blue tricks. With today's video, we're able to get bingo with one of the Shocklands. In the next video, I'll have this updated to show that we reached bingo. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please subscribe and share. Take some time to tell me in the comment section what was your favorite card or best card out of the pack. Until next time, when I'm back with pack number 9, the final pack from my Magic the Gathering Gatecrash Fat Pack in Fat Pack Bingo.